Hello and welcome to the Cowboy for Game Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast Oceanics 2026 special. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Ben.
Hello.
And Kurt.
Hi.
I didn't hard zoom there.
This is
You're getting minimal editing.
Yeah, we on holidays, bitches. How was our Oceanics? Let's start with Kurt, who technically wasn't in Oceanics.
I didn't have my invite, so I've kind of come down to Melbourne as a little holiday. But I participated in my least favourite format, the Genesys event. But yeah, the Genesys event started really well for me because I went through the first 4 rounds. I versed Blitzclique's round 1. I won that game. Round 2, I versed another Blitz. Won that. Round 3, I versed Synchron Chess, which I knew he was playing it because he was playing next to me on the table. And I was like, oh, I was a little bit scared of the matchup because the only thing I had for it was Cosmics for the chess stuff. But, to say, I was playing Tellarknights. So I had a lot of bounces, so I was just trying to stop them from having tuners on board and just keep them away from making a synchro. You
also weren't playing the Mjolnir lock.
Yeah, no. I was just playing pure tellers, just no locking at all. I was going to play the Ptolemaeus skip turn, but then it got pointed. But then we got to round 4 where I versed Fairy Tail. I got deck checked here. Everything went okay. I won against the Fairy Tail. Then I went to round 5, which I got to table 1, and it went downhill from here. Round 5, I versed Cool Tune. Went close, went to a game 3. I just didn't see any interruptions besides what I had. Round 6, I versed our most recent YCS winner.
Yep.
In pretty much a mirror, but he was playing a 60-card version. He had more interruption in game 3. Round 7, I versed Blitz. I realized I should be playing the Star Liege Photon Dragon instead of the Light Dragon that I was playing at that time because I didn't realize how much Blitz there was going to be in the room.
Problem we all discovered.
Round 8, final round for day 1, I versed Elf Note. I kind of misplayed here. I got slumbered and forgot that my Utopic Draco future should have not been destroyed.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. So then we got to day 2, which was technically... So the day 1 was on Friday, day 2 was on Sunday. Round 9, me and Ben are here being like, oh, we're both on X4.
Who's going to play
Who's going to play who? All we need to do is win one. And guess what? We versed each other. In this thing, Ben beat me. He just had nibbed both game 1 and game 2 and kind of just stopped me. And then round 10, I had the bye. So I was like, oh, this is anticlimactic. So yeah, that was my Genesys event. I've started to come a little bit around Genesys, I guess you could say. It's better when you have multiple rounds and not just 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah,
more Genesys locals is needed.
Yeah, that was my holiday. Looking forward to bowling later.
Yeah.
We're
Fuck you,
going
Jesse,
bowling.
for not coming bowling.
Yeah.
Ben.
My weekend. I guess we'll start with Genesys because I did play Genesys and I played main event. So Genesys, I went 5-5.
What were you playing?
I was playing Blitzclique. I expected Blitzclique to be popular. I didn't expect it to be the most popular deck. I expected Tellers and Fairy Tales, so I basically played like a blind second build that was heavily tooled to beating Teller and Fairy Tale and just kind of having a good time. So round 1, I played EXO. EXO is a free win. So 1-2-0. My notes were just Whisker good. 1 die roll, went second, Whisker good. I'm not going to mention the die rolls from this point forward because I won like 8 out of 10, which was pretty annoying because I was playing blind second, so I would have preferred to lose the die rolls. Yeah, my notes were Whisker good because I'm fairly sure both games I just popped 1 card and then Whisker cleared the whole board.
Yeah.
In end phase was just like, yep, cool, reveal, game over. Round 2 was Fairy Tale, again 2-0'd. Whisker still good was my note from there, because I'm fairly sure I did the exact same thing again. Round 3 was Fairy Tale. This is kind of when the bricking kind of started for me. So I got 2-0'd by Fairy Tale. I won the die roll, went second, and then drew both traps both games. So, yeah, playing with a 3-card hand, never going to be the best. Round 4, I versed the Crystron chess deck. More traps in game 3, got burnt to death, was my notes from there. Round 5 versus Clowns, he bricked both game 1 and 3. So, yeah, 2-1 there. Round 6, I versed Jake. My note here is Jake didn't draw Godos. So game 3, he didn't have the cards to stop me.
Helpful hint as to what I was playing.
Yeah. Round 7, this is where my blitz mirrors start. Blitz mirrors did not go well for me because I did not build the deck to beat Blitzclique. So I lost round 7 2-1. Game 3, I just couldn't get a Blitzclique effect to resolve to stick cards on board. Hello. Jasmine has joined us for the podcast. Round 8, I went 2-1 versus Blitzclique. Go on through. Yeah, it's fine. This is a holiday edition podcast. It's a relaxed setting. Blitzclique round 8, again 2-1. Just didn't draw any engine in game 3 for there. Round 9, I versus Kurt. Nib plus top deck saved me both games. Both games I had nowhere to play if I didn't top deck a card that said start playing.
I knew you were playing a going second version of the deck, and I still made myself go first.
Kurt was one of my 2 die roll losses, and Kurt chose to go first.
In saying that, though, knowing what his hand was...
Oh, no, I won die roll and chose second, didn't I?
No.
No?
I rolled a 12. Eventually.
Yeah. And he chose to go
given
first.
the way his hands were structured, it wouldn't have made any difference.
No, if he chose to go first, he would have just won. I had no way to play. Like, I would have had the nib to save my life.
First,
that was
yes.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. His hands were terrible, and he top decked his starter.
Yeah, my top deck was the starter both hands.
So I make him go first, and then I just win on the...
But the Nibiru is still...
Yeah.
The Nibiru still stops him, but I still am not in a good position.
Yeah.
It just happens a turn later if you make him go first.
Yeah. And then round 10 was a Blitzclique mirror. I got 2-0'd. I drew 1 name in both games. Both games I was just like, I just lose. Sick. Awesome. And then for the main event, I went X2. So, yeah, that's all we'll talk about that.
So my weekend. So I'll start with the main event. That was the one that I had been most anticipating because I wanted to play my boy Alistair again. Did not go well. Fuck Cool Toon. That deck can go and die. A deck that gets full knowledge of what you get to do before you get to do it can fuck right off. Moving on from that, though, Genesys. So I was playing Chimera Hecker Hands. It's a deck that I like to play in Genesys. They took the points off Hecker Hands because they realised how terrible the deck is, to my great benefit, because I got to play it fairly consistently. So round 1, I was versing Heroes. I became aware at the table that they have a Calamities card. I did not know that before that very moment.
What?
Heroes have a fusion card that can make off the trap that just locks you out of effects for the entire turn.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, that's fun. But the good thing about my deck is I can summon things that can't be destroyed by battle off turn. So I stalled out both of those games through non-destructy boys, and then used my absolute MVP of the entire weekend, Dandalos, to punch them in the face with their own monsters. Dandalos is the best card that's ever been made for that deck.
Steel attack for 5k, I heard is good.
Yeah. Round 2 was against Tistina. So I won game 1.
This is the main event?
No, this is Genesys.
I thought you versed Tistina in the main event.
I versed in both.
Okay, sure.
Game 1 I won. Game 2, the hand wasn't good enough to get rid of Virudris and the Train Negate. And then game 3, my favourite side card for Genesys ever, the Shuffle Dragon. The Grand Radiance, blah, 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 blah. If you haven't read it before, look up Grand Radiance in your Neuron app. It's quite funny. Basically shuffled, like he went for a search, I shuffled back into the deck, which meant he had to do other plays to get to the card that he initially searched, but I made him pull back, and was able to stall it out. And then I did the Dandalos thing again and beat him to death with his train. Round 3 was Chain Burn. So everyone was very excited.
I saw this guy running around.
Yeah, so everyone was very excited by him being at the top tables with Chain Burn. And I felt bad because I was like, I'm playing a bad deck too. Be happy for me. So I did win that one. However, I would have won it a turn sooner if I wasn't so stupid. Because he trap tricked for a copy of Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And I was playing around it, being like, don't activate effects in grave, don't activate effects in grave. And then proceeded to activate an effect in hand and got burned to death. I forgore. But yeah, having built in spell and trap negation, huge. And I've always said to have spell and trap removal no matter what the format is, because you don't know who you're going to verse. So
Especially in Genesys.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So I think at one point I tribute summoned Burning Dragon so that I could use its effect to blow up the board.
Yeah.
Round 4 was against Cooltoon. Game 1, Rose Whip kept me out of the game. And game 2, I could have played it greedier by going for a second fusion summon. So that then my guy was in the graveyard to then bring back the Diablo D-Bells so that the field spell, the quick plays and stuff were turned off and he wouldn't be able to dodge as much of my shit.
Yep.
Or was it? It was either that or it was one of my other side cards, the King Tiger Wanghu, because they're all small guys.
Yeah.
Just summoning him makes it so they blow themselves up before they get to do anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was either one of those, but yeah, because I didn't go for the extra summon to put him in the graveyard, I couldn't do any of those plays.
Okay.
Just to be point here, this round was quite funny.
Oh, we're all sitting next to
table
each other.
6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
We
right.
all sat in a row.
That was kind of weird. Just
Round
foreshadowing for later.
Yeah. Round 5 was against Blitz. Game 1, I opened unplayable, so I just kind of got punched to death. Game 2, I should have tried to get the counter traps into the fray of the game because I just sort of got outgrinded.
Yep.
Round 6 was against Ben. In that, I should have gone for Burning Dragon early to bait out a lot of the other nonsense so that I could play the other stuff that was good. Round 7 was against Exorcista. Game 1, I got shifted. I was able to set up the spell trap and monster negates and chimera, like a guardian chimera play. So I was able to just keep him off the XZs. Game 2, hand was full of absolute shit. And then game 3, I set up King Tiger because all of the exos except for Martha are quite small. So the idea was, again, that they blow themselves up before you can get them to board. He was able to get rid of that, but then the Dandalos came up again, plus Xeno. I was able to pinch some of his stuff from the extra deck and punch him with it. And then round 8 on day 1 was Labyrinth, super grindy, but then who would have guessed it? Dandalos came up again. I punch. Round 9 today, the Sunday, I was versing Trains. So I opened, he made me go first. I opened unplayable. He just punched me for 8k, pretty much immediately. The benefit of that is that I didn't show him what I was playing so that he didn't know what to side in/out.
Yep.
Game 2, I kind of bricked again, but I had 2 enemy controllers plus ways to summon. So I was able to keep him away from my life points and off of a lot of his main board stuff, and then had 2 illusion monsters that he couldn't punch over with the trains. So then tribute summoned the Big Wing Baphomet, which got me into every other play, and Dandalos. Game 3, I opened crazy. I had every bit of interaction you can imagine, plus a DD Crow in hand. So it was very easy. And then round 10 was against Blitzclique. And he opened crazy and I opened garbage. So overall was 6-4 for the day, and ended up just squeaking into top 32. So I was quite happy with that. Would have liked a little bit more than a map, but that's okay.
We were 30th, 34th, and 35th.
Yeah.
I beat both of them and finished a spot behind Kurt.
Yeah. I won more matches than you did.
Yeah. It's very frustrating.
Is enemy control appointed?
No. 0.
I regret not playing that.
Yeah.
Because in the mirror, it's fucking overpowered.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is steal their Xyz, rank on top of it because it's a teller, and then do your own.
Yeah.
And it's like stacked by like 7 Nexuses.
Yes.
Even if you just played like mind control and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just anything that says mine now.
Yeah. If I had more time in preparation, my deck would have been a lot better, and I probably would have done a lot better. But
Yeah, that was the thing we mainly learned for the weekend, is that we
Yeah.
put the prep time into the wrong event. Well, you didn't because you weren't there.
put
But
my prep
yeah,
in
we
there,
definitely
my
could
God.
have put more energy into Genesis than what we did, and it probably would have been fine. But overall, venue was good. It wasn't too far out of the city. Like
It was on the tram line, which was convenient.
yeah.
yes, and then being in Melbourne is also awesome.
Better than Brisbane.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't caught a disease so far. He brought his own with him, but the rest of us seem
I've
fine.
had mine for about fucking 6 months now.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to say I've been coughing this whole year, but here we are.
Yeah, that's okay. That's you though. You catch anything anyway.
Cough, cough.
Then we have a lot of news to get through. However,
We do not have
we
time
will
for
not
that.
be doing it.
Yeah.
So some of the highlights: Invoked is getting another round of support. They're getting their own branded fusion / Super Poly.
We'll go in depth on this stuff next week.
Yeah. What is there anything you want to discuss in depth? Because
Not
otherwise,
really.
the podcast is in effect over.
Well, we got questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Well, I don't have my Discord.
We've got two. We got two questions in the Discord down in the description below this week.
Yes, if you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link in the description below. Feel
Somewhere
free to jump
here.
in, say hi, and ask us questions.
Like I mentioned, two questions this week. Two dose. I'm stalling because they're very simple questions. You're given $1 million a year, but you have to drink half a gallon of warm, salty water twice a month. Are you doing it?
Yes.
Won't you die if you drink half a gallon of warm, salty water?
Not if you vomited back up again.
Warm, salty, half a gallon.
Half a gallon. 2 liters.
But over 2 months?
Over twice a month, you have to drink it.
Twice a month.
I feel like it'll kill you.
Nah,
It depends if I
2
can...
liters of salty
It
water will
depends
kill
if
you.
I can mix it.
See, but here's the thing. So there's a couple parameters that haven't been set out. One, it doesn't say you have to drink it all at the same time.
Yeah.
It just says it has to be drank. So you could always sip a little bit, sip a little bit, sip a little bit.
Over 2
Plus,
months, you could...
You've just gotten $1 million. You
Sorry,
can.
this question is from the Space Lizard. I probably should preface that.
Space lizard.
Which might be a first-time commenter.
Lizard.
Hi,
Maybe,
Space
yes.
Lizard.
I think
Space
he
Lizard.
joined the Discord not too long
Hello.
ago. So yeah, you've just gotten $1 million too, so you can consult with a medical professional about how best to do it so you don't
Yeah.
die.
Exactly. You could just have it
How
ingested inside you without tasting it.
how long do I... is it a year I have to drink the salty water for? Like, if I'm going to survive, I'm going to take the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is if I'm going to survive.
This is basically like, am I Batman with prep time? Do I get time to research how not to die from drinking salty water?
Yeah. Or do the money just show up in your account now when the half a gallon is plonked on your table?
Drink it.
Like, if you've got like 2 days to nurse it, like, that's doable.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. I didn't realize that I had to ask questions. I forgot. This question comes from Katana Jones, who has asked the question. They asked the question last
Yes,
week.
he's been here
I know
before.
Would you run the Super Quant with Invoked? They don't work together much, but the towers and combos separately go crazy.
Well, this is the problem with any like concurrent engines that run side by side but not together, is that you'll either see all of one, all of the other, or none of anything.
Yeah.
So just stick to a game plan. The Super Quants do what they like to do quite well. Invoked, well, I'd love to say that it does what it wants to do, but Cooltune has already seen you try to do it and stopped you playing. So just play the decks as they're intended. Don't be mixing stuff where it's not needed to be mixed. Nobody wants that.
Well, there's your answer. I guess probably before we go, do we have the deck information from the weekend as well? I know Blitzclique was the top deck in TCG in Genesis.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find the information for the other one. Jerry Zhang won. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Yes. Congratulations. I don't know who won Genesis.
I am now just looking at my own profile.
Probably some Blitzclique bastard.
The profile picture has been updated. Dylan Taylor came second, I believe.
Yeah.
They got the little picture here.
So we
top
go-
32. I don't have a full chart of top 32, but
I've
I do
got top
have
10.
Okay, so This doesn't have first and second place deck lists, but it has most everything else. So we've got a Killertoon, branded Killertoon, Light and Darkness, Blitzclique. So there's one Blitzclique in top 8. Blitzclique, yeah, Killertoon. There was a Sacred Beast deck made top 32. It's probably the biggest thing of note. There was, I think, only one branded made top 8. I'm not sure on what the top 2 decks were, but I'm sure that information is probably out there by now.
So after top 8,
Yep.
So Jerry Zane was playing, I think it was a Mitsurugi 60 card pile of Light and Darkness.
The congratulations post says, I don't know, man, it was some 60 card bullshit.
Yeah.
At least 2 engines, bro, not like 5. That is the entire descriptor written for his top 8 profile.
Yeah, and then you've got Dylan Taylor on Art Mage, you got Stephen Medhurst on Cool Tune coming 3rd, Frankie Lean on Branded 4th, Xavier on Killertoon, then Light and Darkness, Blitz, Killertoon.
You want to know the worst part of this?
9th place, invoked.
You want to know the worst part of this? I got given this list
Off.
a week and a half ago that came first.
The Jerry Zane one.
It's Yummy, Mitsurugi, Rolad, Fiendsmith. I got given this list 2 weeks ago and went,
Nah.
I'll just play the 40 card build that I'm running. I had it in the palm of my hands. I didn't play it.
Could have been you.
Yep.
But that concludes us for this weekend. We will return to usual coverage as of next week. We'll give you all the in-depth stuff as per usual. Until then, feel free to like and subscribe, listen, favorite, all the things. Catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.